morning. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this TeamLease Industry Dialogue, where we'll have the opportunity to exchange ideas, insights, and experiences related to our sector. This dialogue is a great opportunity for us to come together, share our knowledge, and collaborate to find innovative solutions for various challenges that we face over the course of our work. Today, I'm happy to introduce Ruchika Garg, Head of HR from Sharp India. She excels in establishing HR functions, leading diverse projects, and managing global teams. With expertise in niche and leadership hiring, she takes great pride in attracting top talent from Tier 1 and Tier 2 institutes. She has a proven track record in handling global clients and global hiring, and she specializes in talent management and succession planning, collaborating with key stakeholders for effective implementation. So, just to set the context about the topic for today, uh, in today's rapidly evolving business landscape, diversity and inclusion are not just buzzwords, they are fundamental pillars for driving innovation, fostering creativity, and ensuring sustainable growth. Sharp India, which Ms. Ruchika Garg here today represents, a leading player in the electronics industry, recognizes the importance of diversity and inclusion in driving organizational success. Their insights are particularly relevant in light of the booming consumer durables and electronics industry in India. This sector has witnessed steady growth, fueled by consumers' rising aspirations, increasing disposable incomes, and more promotional offers every season. Notably, while categories like televisions, air conditioners, and refrigerators have shown significant growth, possibly in that order, there remains ample room for expansion, especially in underpenetrated segments like ACs, but further. Having said this, we are excited to host today's event that will touch upon the pressing topic on how to create a diverse and inclusive workplace through effective recruitment strategies. So, welcome to the dialogue today, Ms. Ruchika. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Bala Subramaniam ji, and it was a nice introduction has been given by you. Thank you, thanks a lot. So let's start, and I'm ready to answer all your questions.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ruchika. So, just to start off with, at a high level, what kind of steps do organizations such as yours take to actively source candidates from diverse backgrounds? And how do you really define diversity? Because, I mean, to the audience who are watching here, diversity simply means gender diversity. For some people, it might mean people with, let's say, differently able people, for example, and so on and so on. How do you define diversity internally in your
So,
organization?
if I can say, definitely, 70-80% people are thinking diversity means it's a gender diversity, and they just want to say, we are hiring female employees. So, diversity is not only framed to hire a female employees, but diversity means diversity of the regions, diversity if someone is disabled, diversity not include the skill based, not only specific with the degree that should be included with the skill base. So this kind of diversity is almost there. So what we do in Sharp, we have a diversified panels, which include the senior level, junior level hirings. So it's not like that, we have to set a panel where only the senior people will take the interview. So we have a middle level of employees who take the interview. We have a senior level of employees also who take the interview, and include the mixture of the male and female also. Though we are not in terms of headcount very big, but yes, we have worked in the diversification in my previous organization where we were handled 7,000 employees, and in current organization as well. So diversity, if we say how do you handle it, to expand the recruitment channel, right? So partner with the diversified professional backgrounds. If we're hiring with the agency, then we have to make the clear communication to them. We are looking forward for a diversified candidate. So sometimes some job roles, if I'm giving an example of digital marketing, so we should not specific with the degree. They want a degree in the digital marketing. We should open our mind and we should be saying, yes, this person is very active in the social media. They know how to make the tools of Google Ads and Google Words, and then that might be a good candidate. So maybe we can give them to make some presentation or something like this, and accordingly we can proceed it further. Same with the gender specific, we should not specific with the male female candidate. One another example of the diversity, because sometimes some people think the sales job only male can do, or the accounts job only male can do. It's not like that, female can also do. And also, if any disabled employee, he can also initiate and participate in these activities, because he don't want to go and meeting with the customer outside. But if it's a back office job, we can definitely look these opportunity for the disabled people. So we have to give back to the society what we have taken. So this is, these are the few examples of the diversity where we can initiate as an hiring person.
No, no, fantastic. Firstly, thank you so much for clarifying that diversity is not just about gender diversity. There is just one aspect of it. A very interesting example that you gave that, you know, for this digital marketing person, right? You shouldn't be so fixated on having a relevant degree, but it's important to see if that person has actually put it into practice and he has the relevant skills or not. So, are you saying that skills are more important than just being fixated on academic degrees and stuff like that?
Degree and skill based is totally different. In few category, definitely we need a degree, like we go for the engineering background. Definitely if the person has studied 4 years, so that degree is very much important. But if in the basic areas, like if in accounts we need to go for the billing things, if we need go for the you know I can say HR also, administration part, so we don't need an administration manager. Maybe it is required if you have a hand-on experience, you have a skill to handle the people, then it can also worth it. If you see the resumes, like a lot of people in the previously they don't have an MBA degree, but nowadays if you see the resumes or the JD, then definitely it has mentioned primary school, tier 1, MBA, HR, but might be they don't know how to manage the people, right?
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
skill based hiring is very much important. If you are very specific, then it will be tough to hire a good people in your organization. So be open in your mind every time.
Yeah. No, no, I could completely relate to what you are saying, Ms. Vichika, because I am from IIM Bangalore myself, and recently you must have read the news that all these IIMs are coming up with long-term employability focused, programs rather than just focusing on placements.
Right.
There are three specific initiatives they are taking as well, because, as you rightly said, these institutes, premium institutes, are realizing that somehow they are able to place everybody 100%, each year, which is fine. But what happens is that many of them may not have the right skill sets or even the right mindset to be successful in the long term in those roles.
Right, right.
So, I mean, what you're saying makes absolute sense. And yes, as you rightly said, there are certain roles where you
Just an example, if I worked in London as well a couple of years. So their screening of resume is totally different, because if someone is studying in a college, they also do the volunteering work, which we can see this is missing in India. So most of the colleges we have spoke, I was a speaker of few universities, but somehow I mentioned that there is a lot of people who are not doing volunteering. Why? Volunteering, internship, that is more important nowadays. Practical experience is very much important. So these things required for the talent acquisition and diversity, they these things, they will open your mind.
Yeah. No, no, absolutely with you on that. Great. So now that you have established this, or rather you have defined what diversity is and what it is not just about, and then you also broadly stated your approach to diversity as well. How do you, as an organization, ensure that the recruitment process, starting from the JD creation to the selection, onboarding, etc., is fair and unbiased and still attracting a diverse pool of candidates, Mr. Jiga?
First of all, job description, which is very, very much important. It should be not gender specific. Whenever you rotate any job description to agency or the social media website, we should not mention this is a male specific, the female specific. That is more important. Secondly, a cross-functional interview is also one of the part of the interview of us, because if we go for any back office interview or sales or the service engineer, we have a cross-functional team. So if one business head is there, especially if I'm talking about the back office, cross-functional team is there. One go with this business head, then this business head, and then the HOD of this department is there. So nobody can say later on, isko to kuch nahi aata in the back office. So that diversity panel we required on every experience is there, whether it's a sales head, whether it's a service head, is there for hiring to selection of the final interview, especially mid to senior level. Junior level, I can understand the basic knowledge and skill set is required. So for mid to senior level, definitely we need a cross-function round, which is very, very important. Rest, a lot of other things is also included. Third is very important, rotating a panel member, right? If we know these are the two members who are always taking an interview, so might be they are, choosy enough. I know him, I need to hire them. So if you're rotating this panel every time, give opportunity to someone else. So this two plus point. One, another person will think, yes, I am also important in the organization. Secondly, we will not bias with any of the candidate, that we knew the interviewer, and we can definitely we will hire by the shop.
Got it. Got it. Got it. No, makes perfect sense. Actually, that was my next question as well. So, how do you exactly select the interview panel members to ensure that you have the right mix of people so that the right kind of diverse candidate pool is evaluated in the right way? How do you
Selecting
do that?
member with the relevant skills is very much important. As I said, if we are hiring, uh, the common team, then definitely we have president or business heads who are sitting there for the second round of interview. Definitely they will be there. Other than this, the technical interview by a couple of people, because if I'm giving an example of logistic, right, we have a two three people in the logistic who can sit together and take the interview, so it's you can avoid the biasness, right? So they have, in our team we have a small team and small setup in the HU, but still we have a mix of diversity. Like maybe manager is very young and there are team member who is very old and young as well. So we have a diversity already implemented in the organization. So few people are there who's working last 24 years, but within the same team we have a people who joined as a fresher from the campuses. So we can make them opportunity to be a part of the panel.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Great. Thanks.
Sometimes
Thanks
it
so
is
much.
tough with the smaller organization, because I have implemented this in my previous organization where we have a good number of headcount. That was much more easier to hire it, because in these company only we face a lot of problem to hire it. In a smaller organization, less number of headcount, it will be manageable.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. Understood. At scale, there are certain other kinds of challenges as well. No, I hear you
Right.
completely. Right. So now, okay, we've spoken about, how do you source, candidates and ensure that the recruitment process takes care of diversity and inclusion and all that. Now, how do you take this forward into the life cycle of this person as well? In the sense, how do you promote diversity and inclusion beyond recruitment, such as in the onboarding, the training, and the career development part of it? Because you're an expert in talent management and succession planning, so we want to understand your perspective as to how do you take that forward in that part of the journey of the person.
Okay. So one the best example and experiences I have, we have implemented the mentorship program where industry called somebody program. So once the person enter in the organization, we give 3 month one mentor to them. So that person will align with this to have a health culture, and the person will know what kind of culture we have. So and mentor we decide on a very senior level, right? Sorry, if someone is hiring from the campus, but definitely we require a person who is going to be retired, because sometime in the bigger companies what they do, the who is going to be retired, they feel neglected. They think I'm just sitting passing my time, so, completing my 6 years of time and then will go, nobody asking me any question, I'm just sitting. So we give a valuable inputs because they are the asset of the organization. So we give them as a mentor to mentee, so they can guide them. Yes, this is the culture, you are very important, and how to guide with a positive way. But definitely we need to find a person who is a very positive atmosphere, who can create a positivity in the new employee, because that 3 month is very crucial. If person will see, yes, this is the company where I need to grow, then only he can stay in the company so long. Otherwise within 2 3 months he will look out for an opportunity and go. So that is very important, to offering a mentorship program, offering a training time to time, awareness of a different culture, different things, like whether it's related with the posh, whether it's related with the whistleblower, whether it's related with the diversity and inclusivity, whether it's related with anything. So time to time, also health, well-beingness, these kind of training we time to time provide. And all level, whether it's a 60, 50, 40, 30, 21 years, freshers, uh, outsource payroll, we try to implement all this program to everyone. So we scale up on the same platform.
Got it. Got it. That's great. On that mentorship part of it, and since you specialize in succession planning with Ruchika, how do you make sure that even at a leadership level, where it might be difficult to mentor leaders themselves, right? I'm talking about top management. So how do you ensure that you still carry forward the same philosophy for them as well? What kind of initiatives you take for that?
So, I have implemented that MDB program, management development program, and where we have implemented the psychometric test and the leadership test as well. So where the leader is working on particular profile, then job rotation is also there. Maybe someone is a business planning part, then that person can handle this. So that that may feel the expansion of the growth. Secondly, to make sure they are also developing in their career, we are making them subject matter expert. So they will be one of the person who is very important to give the training on that area. Like if it's a CFO, right, he will give finance to non-finance training to the other business head. If it's a sales head, they can share the negotiation skill and customer succession experience to the finance CFOs and other business heads. Similar kind of service engineers, service head. So, we have a subject matter expert like me. If I know how to deal with the people management, that is also important, not only for the HR, for the business manager who is taking a handle and long team. So, this kind of diversity, this kind of panel, this kind of training we provide on the leadership as well.
Got it. Sound great. I mean, that's a very interesting idea where CXOs sort of mentor each other with respect to their own areas of expertise.
Very best program I implemented in my previous organizations as well, and it was very successful.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because like I said, a formal program which has been institutionalized like this, where CXOs mentor each other, is something I'm hearing for the first time, because it may happen offline because of the relationship the CXOs may have with each other, etc. But formalizing that and ensuring that it happens, at a certain, at a set frequency, covering certain things, etc., is very unique. So it's a great idea. I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Because we have tried with the gamification as well. If you go outside and you play some game, bonding with each other, that are we have also tried this kind of example. So we take those people who is rival with each other. We are making in one team, so it's a team building program. But again, if you are working in a smaller to mid organization where money is also a factor, expense budget is also a factor, then you can implement this mentorship program, training program with the subject matter expert. This also a cost effective program, and it will be beneficial for the company, because we are the one who know what is good and bad in our company, what is the culture of the organization, instead of hire some trainer from the outside.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It is
But
effective
I'm not
and
against
cost
the trainer.
efficient both.
I don't want to take their job, but definitely it will be beneficial within the organization.
No. What you're saying makes a lot of sense, right? So, as you rightly said, a CXO who's training another CXO within the same organization will be able to provide a lot more context about the organization itself, right? It will be very relevant, and hence it will be more effective. It's also cost efficient, as you rightly said, rather than getting an external guy, because his ideas will be broad and generic. It won't be specific. Yeah. Oh, great. I think that's a brilliant idea. And like I said, I'm hearing this for the first time.
Now I'm thinking to implement this and to be a part of KRA KPI, because some of the managers it's very difficult to take it out, and they said we don't have a time for the trainings. So if it's a KRA KPI for 5 points, it's better.
They have no choice. Great. All right. So, last but not the least, looking at the future, right, Mr. Chika. So, what emerging trends or innovative approaches do you foresee shaping diversity recruitment strategies in the coming years, particularly in response to evolving workforce demographics? Because there is a lot of complexity and variability, and if I can say instability, which has sort of crept into our way of working, especially post COVID, right? So, how do you see this trend shaping up in the future?
So nowadays, what we can see and heard a lot of AI, which I would really like to work on the AI and machine learning, because advanced AI tool for unbiased candidate screening is there. Because if as a human I am screening, maybe I know the name of the person, gender of the person, maybe I will be specific. AI doesn't know. So if we can implement the AI and machine learning tools, so AI powered chatbots for initial candidate engagement is also there. They can engage people, they can screen the resumes without that same biasness. Gig economy integration strategies to attract diverse freelancer or contractor, flexible working hours, which is also one of the important factors which I am really looking forward to working on that part. Second, a Gen Z tailored approaches like social media centric approach. If you open my LinkedIn account, I'm keep sharing the different pool of positions. I recently today only 9 o'clock. I posted one position on the through social media. So which can emphasize on the company's value and social impact. So that is also help of the employer branding. So, these kind of AI tools, Gen Z talent approach, gig economy, skill based hiring, which I've mentioned in my previous discussion, blockchain verification. I think these are the words, and I would like to implement also. Few of them I've not implemented yet, but this is very, very beneficial. Nowadays, I'm attending a lot of seminars which is into AI. So I'm again, in terms of implementing new HRMS tools where we can do unbiased screening and few things, which will be beneficial in the future. Definitely, this is the future trend for the innovative approach to hiring a new people.
Yeah. No, no, absolutely. Absolutely with you on that. Uh, everybody is now, since you touched upon Gen Z, everybody is now grappling with this problem in the sense that how do I handle Gen Z? Is it good or bad for the company? They seem to have very different motives, etc. Is it just, I mean, it might be a little off topic, but I just wanted to pick your brain on it. uh, a lot of people seem to struggle with being able to hire or manage Gen Z, right? And I don't know. Maybe we are sounding like old uncles and aunties, but what is actually going on? How do you really think is the right way for us to get the most out of Gen Z? What do you think motivates them?
We have through social media we have hired a lot, and plus point what we get, because sometime back somehow, if you know the background of the chart, we came up with the SAS products, and somehow we have not very successful other than the ECs and TV. So we gone back, but now 3-4 years back we again start the things. Since I joined 2 years back this organization, I found there is less people on the LinkedIn and the social website. So I started in taking initiative. I closely working with the marketing team because I'm very enthusiastic regarding the employer branding. So if someone comes for the interview, they should know what is Sharp, what is a kind of our product. So Gen Z tailored approach has always helped me out on this, because when we posting something, that also gives a branding to the other candidate. Nowadays it's like that, I'm posting one position, I'm getting 100 of resume where I don't have time for the screening. So earlier to that, I was keep posting and saying to agency, and agency saying, ma'am, nobody is interested, because we have implementing, and through social media we are mentioning that we are doing a lot of CSR activities. We are doing a lot of we last year we got amazing workplace certification as well. And what kind of working towards for the Women's Day, Father's Day, in Diwali celebration. So small posting, it will also work and help me in the recruitments, because people and candidates nowadays coming with a positive way. Yes, I would like to join, even in the same salary or the less salary as well. We have taken this kind of experience. Today only we have offered one person who is ready to come on the less salary. So we are not very
And
keen.
that person is not out of a job. That
No,
person
no,
is
he's
working
in the
now.
job, but he said, I know Sharp is doing very well in my current opportunity, though it is mentioned the CTC variable is not coming. And, I'm pretty much okay to come on the fixed salary or something, maybe if you can work out something, the similar kind of offer you can do. Because I'm openly say, keep check with the X Sharp. We have never hold the salaries. We have never hold the incentive, even in the COVID. So this kind of background we have given, and so I'm very positive about the Sharp payment methods, where even vendor, we does not, we are not that type of company who don't give the payments, like so everything is on time. So definitely this is a plus and positive points for me, especially in the Gen Z approach. We have made these short videos, content, amazing workplace, emphasize the social impact on the company values. We keep posting like dealer mates we have done. So, these type of postings we do, which always definitely beneficial for any company.
And that's really, really interesting to hear. I mean, from a push, you have actually shifted your hiring to pull based, right? Now you are flooded with resumes, you are saying, because of the right kind of engagement of social media, primarily. And you are able to attract the right kind of talent as well. And people are willing to come and join because of the matter of pride being associated with Sharp rather than for just money. That mercenary mentality is not there. right? Which is very interesting and refreshing to hear at this day and age, Ms. Ruchika. I think kudos to you for having been able to achieve that, right?
Thank you so much.
That's all I had. If you want to add anything as closing comments, Mr. Ruchika, we'd love to hear that from you.
Not specific, but I would like to give comments or kind of remarks to everyone that diversified candidate and inclusivity is very very much important, not only for the peoples, but definitely to being as HR, we are the people management, we are the human resource. So we just think about other people as well. How can we give back to the society? And we can initiate a few things, not with the gender specific. So nobody in the uh, earth, I should say, or the world, I should say, who cannot do anything. If they have enthusiasm, if they want to do something in their life, they can do anything. Today, if you give me a task of maybe finance, so it will take little time for me, but I can do it if I want to do it. So give them an opportunity at least. You have a probation period. You will nothing to lose. If they don't perform, they can go. But at least give them an opportunity for the who is not capable enough to move here and there, or not, I should not use that word of handicap, but disabled or people, or the female impulse. Definitely we should give that kind of atmosphere to everyone. And awareness is very very important. So if you give training within the organization why these things are very important, why few things are very very important, values are very important, why prevention of sexual harassment is important, what is whistleblower policy. So if people are aware what is CSR activity, why this is important, not only for the peoples, so this kind of awareness we need to give to the employees. So that is important. So if they are aware, definitely they will succeed in the future. Yeah, I'm missing one point. I would like to discuss one more thing, maybe related with the CSR. Nowadays, what we do, CSR activities on the paper, people just giving and putting money, to giving to the agency, but not uh, actually following what is going on. So we have started this initiation and engage our people on every level, whether it's a fresher or the senior citizen. We give them an opportunity to go and engage in the CSR. So this kind of activity is always give back something and give some kind of satisfaction and engage the employee within the organization, which is also one of the important factor. So ऐसे तो हम किसी का भला कर नहीं पाते. CSR के through ही थोड़ा सा if we can do something, I really want and give this message to everyone, because I recently went to IIM Rohtak and Bennett University. So I've given this message, do CSR as a volunteer, which is very important.
Yeah.
Just give you
No, absolutely. A lot of companies are approaching CSR as if it's a box to be checked off, right?
Yes.
So you're saying more active and voluntary participation in CSR actually goes a long way in being able to not only attract but also retain talent.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely. Like I said, I think these are some really interesting thoughts, Ms. Ruchika. Thank you so much for sharing them, because a lot of the time what happens is that we hear very similar things in sort of these dialogues. On many occasions, but you've given us a lot of refreshing ideas. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.